Hey everyone, welcome back. Another update, a little bit overdue. Been about 5 weeks since the last one. Today is day 208 on my reef tank, and it's doing pretty good. Some things have happened since the last update. I'll touch into those things. My battle with cyano. I had dealt with some zoanthide eating nudibranches. So we'll go ahead, we'll get through everything here. First off, something new as far as equipment goes. Got some new bulbs. I replaced all my bulbs on the tank. I went ahead with some Geisman series bulbs. I got two actinic pluses and aqua blue plus, and I went with a KZ Fiji purple bulb, which really makes the reds in the tank pop out, and the oranges lets you know that you have orange coralline algae and you don't even know it. That's pretty much it for the equipment. I've got probably another video coming up for my filtration system. I've got a sump and a new skimmer and all that good stuff, so that'll be coming soon. There's some new stuff happening here as far as livestock. Got this flame angel, pretty cool fish, pretty bright. Gets a little bossy from time to time. Overall, he's pretty passive with the rest of the fish. So if you do see him get kind of bossy, that's why. It's kind of random. He doesn't really harass anyone too much. Just kind of get out of my way kind of attitude. Right here came into view as the second new fish. This one was just put in about a week ago. Mystery wrasse. Gorgeous fish. Absolutely awesome personality. Gets along really well. Just really passive. Peaceful fish. Eating like a pig. Is at the store for 2 weeks, feeding, watching it, then finally decided to get it. Not a single issue. Went straight from the bag into the tank. Didn't miss a beat. I got some new coral going on in here as well. Got this one going here, this plating Montipora capricornus, which is just growing so nice. It used to just be a small little sliver, and now it's just going crazy. Got this acropora, pretty cool. Kind of hard to tell into the light, but it's purple. When I got it, the guy bagged it up and broke off some of the tips. I mean, the tips have all grown back, all new growth on the tips, as you can see. So that one right there was broken off. That one up there, some over here on the left. So it's got good growth up there, but down underneath here, there's a little bit of bleaching occurring from the base. So I'll be watching that. Hopefully that stops. What other ones we got new going on? We got this one right here. This Trichophilia Jeffrey. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, really cool. You can kind of see you got the neon green in there. The actual feeding tentacles come out in there neon green too. Really cool. Also got this colony of Duncans. Super sweet, mature colony. Just loving the flow. I mean, they just open huge, and with the amount of current I have in this tank is really nice. Also, there's a red bowl tip anemone in here, and this thing is turning into a monster in itself. It used to be about half this size, and within the past month or so, 3 weeks, it's pretty much doubled in size. And its tentacles are really sticky. Feeds off whatever's floating around in the water when I feed the fish. I give it Cuba-like every other day, and it just inhales it all, takes it all in. Doesn't spit any of it out, so it's really nice. Over here, this is new addition as well. Got another 8-can. This one's a Lord. Really nice. It's aquacultured, you know, it's grown from like 4 mouths into about 24, which it has now. So definitely going to be a good hardy piece. Like in the colors, you can't really see it here, but it's really orange. The red is really orange, and when it's under the actinics, it just glows. You know, if I knew how to get good video underneath actinic, I would. Maybe I'll figure it out. Since we're over here, the Clownfish have been hosting the frog spawn. I had the rose bubble tip anemone over here in this corner for a little while, but then it kind of started migrating and, you know, floating off. It's trying to get off the little rocks, so and so that's why it's over in this section. I put it over here and it likes it there. The Clownfish were hosting it, but you know, they don't want anything to do with it over there. I think the current's a little too much for them, or they just like it in the side of the tank. 'Cause this is my 3rd pair of Clownfish, and every pair that I've got hangs out in this side of the tank, so I think whatever's here and feels like an anemone to them, that's what they're going to host. Let's see. Okay, also here I got this rock. It has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recordias on it. This larger one on there has 2 mouths, so that'll be turning into 2 soon. And that's pretty much it for new additions as far as, you know, livestock and all that good stuff. Quick update on everything else. Frog spawn getting out of hand. It's already migrated onto this other rock, so it's going to have to be trimmed because I've got to keep it quarantined. These zoanthids doing awesome. One of the survivors, as I was mentioning before there, I had a outbreak of, not really an outbreak, but somehow they came in. I think they came out on my crown, my Royal Crown zoos, these nudibranches, or they came in on something. I don't know what they came in on, but they wiped out, as you recall, this rock here was in this area down here, and as you can see, all the zoos that are on it are gone. I mean, there's a couple survivors down there, those little colors right there. Some of the green ones made it, but the majority of them got eaten. Some of the small frags, ones on the frag plugs that I had, they're gone. They didn't mess with this one over here, which has a lot of new polyps, by the way. I moved the candy cane down here once I put the rose bubble tip on this rock, so it had, you know, some space. And the trumpets definitely like it down here, swelling up nice and big and puffy. So you get a side shot. You can kind of see the size of them. They're doing really good. Yeah, that recorder is doing well also on that rock. Now, in the tank, since I'm here, this little spot here, this isn't coralline algae, it's some kind of flatworm. There's quite a few in here. They're actually on this frog spawn. I'm not sure if you'd actually be able to see them, but they're small and brown. Probably not going to be able to see them on here. You can really see them when it closes up for the night. Since I'm over here, a lot of new growth. Lots of new growth in here ever since I got these MP10s installed. Lots of new growth. I have it on a Reef crest mode, which has alternating currents, from low flow to high flow, and I set up the wireless drivers to be anti-sync, so when, let's say, this one over here ramps up, this one kind of cools down, so I always have a strong current, but it's just alternating within the system. It's kind of inverse from the main one. This is my main driver, and that's the slave over there. So it's working really well. You know, definitely splitting here. You know, if you recall from like some of my first videos, I mean, this thing only had 3 heads on it. Now it's going on like, you know, 6 or 7 or something like that. The larger one over here that the clownfish have taken residency up in. You know, it's splitting again, so that's a plus. The Recordia Floridas here. You know, this one, if you recall, when I first got the one on the right, it was just one mushroom, but over time now it's split. So I have 2 completely whole Recordias, which is I'm really happy about. It actually looks like this other one, this larger one on the right, which is the parent, is kind of setting up to split again because it's doing just what it did before it started growing another mouth. One side just kind of elongates, and then another mouth just kind of forms. Moving on over here, the hammer is also doing the same thing. Lots of new growth. I mean, each head is splitting right now currently, so I'm going to have double heads on this thing, and I mean it's getting huge. It likes it over here in this area. Just catches a lot of food. Lots of new mouths going on this acan, which is good. Lots of new mouths on here on this one as well. So in the tank, I mean, everything is just going nuts. One of the weird things that have happened in here is with the xenia, whatever you want to call it. It was on this rock over here at these mushrooms, but it reached up and attached here, and I don't know how it did it, but it just separated itself. So now there's a piece up here, and there's 2 stalks growing here from what was originally just 1 stalk on this rock. Lots of new mushrooms happening down here as well. On here on the Paleothoa grandis, lots of new polyps as well inside. As you can see inside there, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't see those. There's like 5 or 6 new ones. One in the middles wasn't one of the originals, but the original ones are these 5 out here. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around. Those are the originals. Everything else is grown in. Favia. New heads are splitting, like you see right there. Very cool. Over here on the Redactus mushrooms, which are just, the coloration is insane. This right here used to be 1 giant mushroom, but it split and became 2. And I think right there, as you can see in between the middle of the bottom one, there's a mouth. It looks like it's going to split again. So 3 out of 1, that'd be really cool. Now, from the last video, one of the things that's happened, I did lose, aside from some of those small zoo colonies, was my blastomusa. All that's left is a skeleton here. I contribute that issue to having something to do with my phosphates. I think my phosphates got kind of high for a little while. Even my green star polyps were hating life. They were all closed up. But I went ahead and got some wrasse, which dropped my phosphates down, and if you remember, there was all that cyano back here, but it's totally gone. Completely gone. Also, within my canister filter that I've been running, I was running ChemiPure Elite only in it, and I still had the filter media in it, so I took out all the filter media, so now it's just carbon and wrasse, and the tank is awesome. I get hardly any green algae growing on the glass at all, you know, and the tank overall is just healthier. So that's pretty much everything that's going on with the system. I know I was talking pretty quick, trying to get everything in, so I keep this video under 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and leave you with a final sweep of the tank. Thanks for watching.